What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here from Texas World Speedway. Getting ready for I believe, a doubleheader here in Texas, in the state of Texas. But at Texas World, it's going to be a wild one. We know this race, the package for this race is the Super Speedway package. So we're going to be having some 2, 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide racing here. And some absolute chaos from what we've seen here in the past, but fans seem to love it. I love it. So yeah, let's give these folks a show, shall we? On the pole is the 99 of the 99 of Carl Edwards with the 31 of Jeff Burton to his outside. Row 2 we have the 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 17 of Matt Kenseth rounding out the top 5. And row 3 we have the 24 of Jeff Gordon, and to his outside starting 6th is the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. So, pace car about to make that hard left turn on the pit road here from Texas World. There it goes. Edwards will now lead us to the green flag. And there we go. Green flag in the air. We are racing here from Texas World. After we saw a wild wreck from Watkins Glen last week with Chris Mack on the last lap, he's decided not to take any chances and possibly get himself hurt. He's got his eyes set on next season. Contact! Around goes Greg Biffle in front of the field. Look out, that 16 car sliding. Are they going to be able to avoid him? No. Ryan Newman in the 12 car gets into that 16. And they'll take both those cars out of the race. Lucky to have not collected many more, considering that wreck happened right at the start, or right at the front of the field. Green flag back in the air. 4 wide already, heading down into turn 1. Inches apart here. Here comes Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart on the 2 bottom lanes, heading down the backstretch here. Edwards and Gordon go high. They're going to give these guys plenty of space down low. They don't mind falling back and dropping in the line here. Getting some momentum going. 3 and 4 wide, heading down into turn 1. Once again, this track is just so wide that these guys can run like this and try to use as much space as they can. But the problem is they funnel off the turn 2 here as it kind of narrows up and down the backstretch. So look at Edwards, the run Edwards has through the middle. Carl Edwards flying his way to the front here, and here comes the 24 Gordon down to the bottom. The inside lane is usually the preferred lane at these types of racetracks, but drivers figuring out how to make the other lines work. Heading down the back straightaway once again. The outside line has a little bit of a run. They're trying to mount some momentum on the inside. Here comes the 8 of Dale Jr. He backs off. That could have been bad, but Junior got a little loose there, had to back out of it. And here comes the 99 of Edwards looking through the middle, decides against it. But crazy racing up front here. It's all Jimmie Johnson in the lead, but behind him it is a madhouse here from Texas World Speedway, and it's kind of starting to spread out further back. The 86 of Ian Slager getting a taste of plate racing here. These cars going over 200 miles an hour. They are going 210, 211, 212 heading down into turn 1. Hitting unimaginable speeds here from Texas World. Look at the 42 of Casey Mears. Had to back out of it there. Drivers knowing to check up, and here comes Denny Hamlin to the front, looking for the lead underneath Jimmie Johnson. Johnson has his teammate Kyle Busch right behind him, though. He's going to be able to help him. Hamlin has no help on the bottom. The outside lane prevails as Hamlin falls back, and here comes Kyle Busch to P2, and he's going to push his teammate way out in front. These two nose to tail and driving away from everybody else. Those Hendrick cars are strong, man. They are fast. We're going to, unfortunately, have to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. We are under caution for the second time today for a crash involving Jimmie Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let's see what happened here. Jr. checks up. Johnson was trying to get low, and that is a hard lick for Dale Jr. into the outside wall with the right front of that car. But luckily, both drivers are okay. That A car got absolutely demolished, though. So thank goodness both drivers are all right, but definitely not going to be happy with each other after that. What happened to Edwards? All right. Anyway, green flag back in the air. We're racing once again from Texas World. Brian Vickers with a jump on the outside as we get to the. Ugh. 3 wide behind, looking at 4 wide, way in the back. The 29 of Harvick, the 9 of Casey Kane. Side by side for the lead. Kane shoots to the front. 4 wide further back. Looking at more 4 wide. Funnels down to 3. Back to 4 as Kenseth ends up in the middle of it. And now, here comes Harvick to the bottom once again. Trying to take the lead back. It's the 29 of Kevin Harvick, and he will. The 11 of Hamlin staying high. The 2 of Kurt Busch, indecisive where he wants to go. He's going to choose the bottom with Harvick. And that's all the help Harvick needed. But Busch backs off. He backed out of the throttle a little bit there. Not sure why. And I thought I heard a screech in there. The 55 of Michael Waltrip heading down pit road. Let's have some sort of an issue with that race car. We're going to shut up and crank it up here from Texas World. And that was our crank it up there. As Jeff Burton goes to the lead, and we're catching a slower car. That's Michael Waltrip, and it looks like we may have to bust out the good old trusty halfway caution here as things are starting to spread out, surprisingly, because with this package with this package, man, with this package, we were expecting some plate racing, or more plate style racing, and these guys are laying back, getting huge runs, and trying to fly to the front here, having to check up, so looks like we might have to get that halfway caution. No, we do not. So we'll just go green all the way to the end. That's surprising if it does, but driver's now trying to mount some sort of a run. It's not really getting tighter. That is interesting. That's not what we're used to seeing here from Texas World. So looks like a slight alteration with the package might have eliminated the pack racing aspect. We'll definitely look into that, but this is still a pretty interesting race to see. Hamlin backs off the gas for whatever reason. Here comes Harvick with a huge run. He laid back. He might have timed it perfectly here. As we're coming to the white flag, 1 lap to go here from Texas World. And here comes Harvick with a big run down the front straightaway, catching his teammate, Burton. Harvick, where can Harvick go? Harvick still has a run. He's looking slightly lower. Can he cut low and get to the inside of his teammate? Or is it too late? Down the back straightaway for the final time. Heading into turns 3 and 4, Harvick had to check up a little bit there. It looks like dirty air might be somewhat of a factor. And at the line, Jeff Burton hangs on. He's going to win from Texas World. Man, who would have thought the race would go like this? Yeah, that sucks. Bye.